We are going now to talk about the vulnerability of sensitive data exposure. And this one can take a lot of different forms. So I'm going to show you an example of a very simple but dangerous one. So a lot of times when developers are developing something new, they have some test accounts and they leave a lot of kind of security holes by design because they're trying to make sure that they can do everything in the system. So for example, let me try this. I can try admin, and that works. So how did I know that admin will work? Well, other than looking at the logic here, you'll see there's this line here that says to do, change the default admin credentials from admin. So that's kind of a security problem because when we look at this, this isn't just the source code, right? Because if we actually inspect this now, we'll see that this shows up on the HTML page, which is available to the users. So of course that can be a real problem because now the users are able to scout around and find admin credentials and they can log in just as well as the intended audience. And this is a seemingly very silly mistake, but silly mistakes like that happen all the time. Commenting out code actually can cause a lot of damage, and that's why I prefer to delete code where possible and not leave a lot of HTML comments if possible, because sometimes people will mistakenly think those don't make it to the browser, but they do, especially in a language like PHP where we are kind of interweaving logic and presentation. So we're doing HTML and then we're doing PHP. Sometimes it's easy to forget what kind of comment you are making. So actually, if we even did something simple like this, so we still have the to do in there, but now when we go here and we do the so you see that there's no longer a comment there. But even better would be to not have default credentials like this lying around. I mean, now, especially once they might be exposed once, because they still work here, so it's better to just change it. And so now when somebody thinks they're clever and have the exposed password, it won't work for them. But we know that it's something else. And that's the remediation for something like this insensitive data exposure.